Well, hello, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I'm going to do your February the 24th just for today in a meditation. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation. Okay, the title of the meditation is A New Influence. Personality change was what we really needed. Change from self destructive patterns of life became necessary. That's taken from the basic text, page 15. In early life, most of us were capable of joy and wonder, of giving and receiving unconditional love. When we started using, we introduced an influence into our lives that slowly drove us away from those things. The further we were pushed down the path of addiction, the further we withdrew from joy, wonder, and love. That journey was not taken overnight. But however long it took, we arrived at the doors of NA with more than just a drug problem. The influence of addiction had warped our whole pattern of living beyond recognition. The 12 steps works miracles. It's true, but not many of them are worked overnight. Our disease slowly influenced our spiritual development for the worse. Recovery introduces a new influence to our lives, a source of fellowship and spiritual strength, slowly impelling us into new, healthy patterns of living. This change, of course, doesn't just happen, but if we cooperate with the new influence NA has brought to our lives, over time, we will experience the personality change we call recovery. The 12 steps provide us with a program for the kind of cooperation required to restore joy, wonder, and love to our lives. Just for today, I will cooperate with the new influence of fellowship and spiritual strength NA has introduced to my life. I will work the next step in my program. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. This meditation touches a part of me that really, really wants to lean into sharing about it this morning. The reason why is because all of us, when we got to NA, we came to Narcotics Anonymous with more than a drug problem. At the stage that we came to Narcotics Anonymous, we were experiencing so many epic fails, so many in various areas of our lives, whether it be familial, our family relationships, whether it be our mates, our children, those are all families. I kind of said that already, but there are other issues that came at that point that we surrendered, that were there, right? We were having problems. Maybe we couldn't even work anymore. We were using so much that having a job was impossible. For many of us, we had lost our children. We had lost our mates, our homes, our identity as an individual. No one could even recognize us anymore. There's a sister in the fellowship, and today she shared a picture of herself before she got clean, and she shared her picture today with her being clean for several years now. The difference of the two people, you could not recognize them. You would not think in an instant that they were even the same individual. Not at all. There was such a difference. And so I just know that for many of us, we came and we probably did not want to stay necessarily. We probably were just in that frame of mind. If I can just get back some of the stuff I most recently lost, I'll be okay. If I can get back to being able to work a job, right? Pass a drug test, get a job, make a few checks, make a little bit of money, get a place to stay, get a vehicle, I'll be fine. Right? For many of us, that we really didn't have high expectations. We just wanted a little bit of what we had recently lost. And I'm not even talking about all that we had lost over the long, long haul of our actively using. Many of us lost so many storage units. We've lost so many homes, so many relationships. And I'm not just talking about intimacy. I'm not talking about our lovers, our partners. No, I'm talking about even with our friends and our family members. Many of us, if we showed up at the door hungry, we might get some food, but the possibility of us getting past the threshold of the door was slim. And this is probably for the majority of us. But now we're here. And we know that we have been given a miracle called the 12 steps of recovery. We know for a fact what we can do when we find ourselves in a tight spot where we actually have a yearning to pick back up. We know what to do. We know that there's phone numbers that we can call. We know that there are meetings that we can make. We know that there are people that can identify with us and not criminalize us for having the disease of addiction. There is so much more to our lives as a direct result of Narcotics Anonymous and the 12 steps of this program or any 12-step program. We needed a personality change, and that's exactly what we found. We found the tools to chip away at that hardcore individual, chip it away, and find that softer, newer, more beautiful, more easygoing, more peaceful, more joyful, more happy, more kind, more loving, more considerate individual that was dwindling down to absolutely nothing with this hard exterior. So yes, we are blessed. We have found recovery. We didn't get to where we were overnight in the disease of addiction, and we're not going to get where we're going overnight in recovery. But what we need to remain vigilant about is that this new influence of the fellowship and the spiritual strength of Narcotics Anonymous, it's ours for the taking. We don't ever have to let it go. And so we want to be vigilant about keeping it. Anything that comes to try that, you need to immediately put some distance between yourself and whatever that is. Anything that would try to drag you back to the individual that you once were, you need to put a lot of distance between you and it. Because after you get a taste of this, you don't ever want to let it go. I know I don't. I've enjoyed talking to you today. My name is Mighty Stream, and I am going to be talking to you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day on purpose.